Welcome, guys. So we are live testing out some RetroPie 4.3, checking out what's new, and that kind of wonderful stuff. You know what I'm saying? So we'll be looking at testing some stuff, taking a gander at some of the changes to RetroPie as far as the 4.3 update is concerned. So it should be some pretty interesting stuff, but I'm gonna let this boot up and see what to do. Mikey Sawa, what up? What up? Caleb, what's going on? So we are booted up. Now there's been as far as RetroPie 4.3 goes, there's a lot of changes and a lot of additions that we've had for a little while, but now they're part of the, the main, update. So a lot of this stuff that we've had, the videos, power saving mode has been, enabled on Emulation Station for a little while. There's some fixes to the themes, configuration to, the hotkey enable, which we've had for a little while. The OMX player, tons of video fixes and improvements, stuff like that. Added Odroid XU3 and 4 support, so we're waiting to see what happens with that. The newer RetroArch update, Advanced MAME update. I don't use Advanced MAME, so whatever. Some other emulators have been updated. The standard LibRetro FB Alpha has been updated, so we may have to change some ROM sets on a lot of our images that we're working on. You know what I'm saying? LR iMAME for All has been, renamed to LR iMAME 2000. So that's interesting. Not another one that I use. Another big one that I haven't tested yet is LR MAME 2003 has the updates for the Mortal Kombat series to fix the audio issues that we've had. So I don't know. I may have booted one up earlier, didn't pay attention, but I'm going to have to see if we do have the audio fixes in place. What else? There's a lot of updates and fixes, updates and improvements to Mupen 64 Plus and the Glide N64 plugin. So definitely have to test that out. Bluetooth configuration, there's been some improved driver stuff improved stuff with the PS3 drivers. So that should be a benefit to a lot of people, because a lot of people like to use PS3 controllers. There are some new packages installed, and I've looked at this prior. I haven't used any of them yet, but the Pegasus front end, which is a new launcher and front, it's a front end that's in development. And then another new emulator, the LR Vice C64 emulator. I have not used that yet. And a few other interesting ones. But the big deal is the Odroid stuff, the LR MAME 2003, and the LR FB Alpha. That is interesting and intriguing. What happened to that Sega CD image? Not sure what you're talking about. What the project that I was working on a while back? That's kind of something that I'm still kind of partially doing, but I've had a couple other projects that I've been focusing on. But yeah, let's check. Let me see here. They said MAME 2003 for Mortal Kombat. And with this that I'm working on, I'm not using controllers. I've only set up a keyboard for what I'm working on. But let's see. Let me find out if we're on. No, we're on 2010. So let's change that to 2003 and see what to do. I have my volume up a little bit. No, so that will not work. So I may have to find a new ROM. but it does play on 2010. Let me see here. LR MAME 2003. That's interesting. Interesting. Let me see. May have to just grab a new Mortal Kombat 2 and see if we get the updated or the fixed audio anyway. And I'm sure there's a ton of versions, different versions of Mortal Kombat. A lot of games, there's, you know, so many versions of the RIP of the ROM. I'm not sure what version I'm using. It works on MAME 2010 though. Let me see if I can find one. And then I'll take a look at the chat in a moment here. Mortal Kombat. We want to use Mortal Kombat 2. Let's get... version L3. Yeah, we'll use that one. Screw it. Okay, so how are you guys feeling, man? Boot up Third Strike. We'll go ahead and boot up Third Strike while I'm waiting on this Mortal Kombat 2. Because I do want to test Mortal Kombat 2, but we will boot up Third Strike. This game is loud, so let me turn my side of the volume on. Robert, yes. Yes, sir. That's partly what we're doing right now.
Welcome to the world of Street Fighter 3. Prepare for battle. Yeah, I've been waiting for this. Well, I got the
I mean, I can't really play this because I'm using a keyboard, but I can boot it up and see that it works. I mean, I don't think I can...
prepare to strike. Now.
I don't think I could really play this. Oh crap. But yeah, I mean Street Fighter's playing just fine. Let's get out of there. But yeah, Street Fighter's looking good. Or Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. I've been testing a lot of these games already, but it was the Mortal Kombat that I did not. I know it plays. I know Mortal Kombat plays on the what you call it, on MAME 2010, but they're saying there is the audio fixes for playing it on 2003, but this ROM will not load on 2003. So what we are going to do is just say screw it and try a new ROM and see if she works. So I'm transferring that over right now, and then we are going to go ahead and try again. Let's see what to do. Black screen, errors detected, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if... No, it's slow. What's up, Virgil? Steve Martino? Eduardo? Everyone that's joined. Yeah, this is slow. I'm wondering if it's I mean, the audio's not low, I mean, to be honest, but that's kind of beside the point. We may have to try another one, so, very interesting. So that was revision L3.1 for Mortal Kombat 2. Maybe if we get a different revision, let me go with 2.1. Let me try 2.1 and see if that does anything. Because if you know, I would imagine if they particularly did a fix to ensure the sound was good, that that the Mortal Kombat series should play just fine. No, I don't want to open that. But I'm gonna load up this other revision and see if we, you know, it seemed like playing that, it was messed up, but the audio wasn't extremely low like it normally would be. And that's the thing that would always drive me nuts. Sounds like you won't be upgrading yet. Swine apples. What's up, Momo Slappy, level 1 online? Appreciate you guys being sponsors. If anybody else wants to be a sponsor, click that sponsor button. You know, if you like, you get, you know, little badge, some little custom emoji things, whatever the heck they're called, and some exclusive content as well, and first shot at checking some cool stuff out. So that's something. If you just do the distribution upgrade, will it mess up your shit anyway? Possibly, but no. If you just upgrade the script, if you just update the script, it's not going to do anything. When you update the script, it's just essentially like saying, okay, this is where everything's going to be downloaded once you do it. Appreciate it, Momo. Really do. But yeah, if you just update the setup script, it's not going to do anything. You'd have to update your packages and whatnot, and it could possibly mess some stuff up. But this is what I did here. I took the no, the volume was fine. It was just the game was running slow. I know that you can bump up the decibels and all that. That's always been an option with the Midway games that didn't sound right. But this one, it sounded like the decibel level was good, but the game was not running fast. It was running slow. Isn't RetroArch supposed to have that cool PSX look on the main menu? I think it's supposed to. I think that might be the standard now, the user interface. Let me see. When I go into RetroArch, it doesn't show up though. Like I don't like the cross media bar look. But I'm pretty sure if I read the notes correctly that RetroArch is supposed to default to that. I don't know. Includes minimal RetroArch assets. No, you probably have to set it. It doesn't say that it's by default. It says includes minimal RetroArch assets for the XMB interface by default. So I don't think that means it's supposed to set by default, but you can change to it. I don't particularly like the cross media bar interface, but that's just me. You get that a lot with shoot 'em ups, Dead Mind. Yeah, it happens, but a lot of times it's either the wrong emulator or you just need to find another ROM, and that's one of the things that I've been doing with this arcade list. And I'm actually going to double check this Mortal Kombat now because I transferred a new version over. So I'm going to test it out once again because I'm not happy with it not playing properly. Though, like I said, it seems like the sound was okay. but I mean, the sound was messed up, but the decibels were fine. New sponsor. Appreciate that, Neil. Really do, man. Okay, let's load up Mortal Kombat 2 and see if we still have the same issue. I just used a new version of the ROM. Crackling. I don't know if the audio is going to come through good on your end, but let me see. No problem. Appreciate that, Steven. Yeah, this is still running slow. But we're getting on the right track with it, though. So maybe I just need to go back and get an earlier version. Because that was the 2.1. First I used the 3.1 and then the 2.1. Maybe go back and try an earlier revision. I mean, it might work. I think there was some progress there. The audio was really low. Like on my side, it was just slowed down, but the audio, I could hear it. Normally, if I have my speakers on, you know, like a medium level with the midway games, I can't hear them at all. But with this, it was perfect, but it was just kind of garbled. But we're going to download this other version and then try it out. We'll see. We'll see what to do. Let that go over. I'm not going to dwell on Mortal Kombat 2 this whole time, but I do kind of hope to find a version that just works. And then show you guys some other stuff with the update that I kind of noticed. I mean, might not be crazy important, but I've noticed some stuff. This is an earlier revision of Mortal Kombat 2. Let's see if I have any issues with it. See, just, I mean, the audio sounds good on my end. I don't think there's any issues. How the heck do I... There we go. Is it Swineapple compatible? I hope so. That beginning part, I get a lot of static, but sometimes with some of these games, when I'm streaming the audio, it doesn't translate for some reason, and it gets choppy. But let me see if I can hear it on my side. No. It's choppy and it's still running slow. There's some static to it. There is. I hear it on my end as well. And it's the game's not running full speed.
Round one, fight.
See, it's almost there, but it's not quite. Let me change it back to I thought I had it on that. Let me see. MAME 2003. I thought that's what I was testing it on. Thought I was testing it on 2003. This sounds... I think we're good. I think we might be good. Let's get into
one fight.
I mean, I'm playing with the keyboard, so I think we're good.
Round 2, fight.
I can't play this game on a keyboard though, so excuse my sucking at it. I still get a little, I'm still getting a little tiny bit of static. I wonder why my YouTube counter is not working. This thing is stupid. Weird. Yeah, the static picked up a little bit. What's up, Alfred? Appreciate the sponsorship, man. Like, the sound is good right here.
Round 1, fight.
Not bad on this level, but the previous level that we were in, there was some static going on. No, I'm not getting... I didn't get any static that time. Huh. Nah, it sounds good now, but it might have just been that one level. Interesting, interesting. But it looks like, let me make sure it actually saved my emulator. Yeah, it did. Okay. So it saved the emulator. It might be clipping on the stream end. I don't know why. I've gone through and set my audio. I don't know. It's there might be some slight clipping for some games. Not all of them do that through the capture equipment, but occasionally they do. But that time, that round, no, it sounded good. But the previous match, even though we didn't change anything, the previous match, the audio did not sound good. I think I have this set on. Oh, let me get back out of there. Let me see what emulator this is set to. This is set to 2010. We want to run 2003. And it doesn't want to work on 2003, so we'll have to find a different revision. That said it was revision 2.1 for Mortal Kombat 3. That was 2.1, so okay. And that's actually the latest revision. So maybe if I go to the first revision, let's see if that works, because that's what I did with Mortal Kombat 2, and it seemed like it it made a world of difference there. So maybe, just maybe, the earlier revisions work really well. Image is looking good. Appreciate it, Alfred. Cellular Stella, your videos convinced me to get a Raspberry Pi instead of a gaming PC. Should arrive this week, then the work begins. There you go. Guaranteed you're going to have some fun, man. Seriously. A gaming PC is cool, too. If you want a retro game, there's a lot of cool front ends on the PC. You know, launch box with big box and stuff like that. Or you can always go hyperspin, but a lot of people have been digging Launchbox, so that's a definite good way to go if you're, you know, in a PC. But if you just want to play these types of games, the Raspberry Pi is where it is at for sure. But I wonder why this is taking forever. We're going to try Mortal Kombat 3 with the earlier revision real quick. There we go. Let's transfer this bad boy over. See if there's any difference as far as size goes. Hurry up. Transfer. Transfer. Let's see here. It's a little bit bigger than the revision that I'm using. Very small amount of extra data here, but let's try it. There we go. Only interested in arcade, SNES, and Genesis, so the Pi is definitely the most, yeah, exactly. So that revision did not work. I'm still on 2003, right? Yes, I am. Let's see if it boots on 2010, but we want the fixes, so it has to run in 2003. I don't think 2010. The volume's not. There's a lot of static to that. What up, Gregor? It's coming along, man. I just got a few things to wrap up on it.
Excellent.
This does not work. We want it on 2003 is what we wanted on. That was revision 1. So we tried revision 1, we tried revision 2.1 for Mortal Kombat 3. And there's revision 1 chip label P4.0. Bootleg of Mega Drive version, Super Nintendo bootleg. We don't want to do all that. So we tried 2.1. I'm going to try the chip label revision. See what's up with that. Who knows? That's quite a bit bigger. That's a bigger file. I know most of the rest of these all work. Even my Final Burn Alpha stuff works. Yeah, you have to adjust the volume on most of the midway stuff, but MAME 2003 is supposed to have fixed that. That's one of the RetroPie 4.3 fixes, is that the setup script leads to an updated version of MAME 2003 that's supposed to have addressed that. But who knows? It seemed like Mortal Kombat 2 worked fine, but I want to make sure Mortal Kombat 3 works fine as well. Let me check it. I don't want to be stuck on Mortal Kombat, but I do want to make sure they work. No, that's about the same file size. I thought it was bigger, but it's not. But this is a different revision. This is a different revision of the game. Let's go back to 2003. Boom. See if that loads up. If it doesn't, there's not very many other options for Mortal Kombat 3. Let's try it on 2010. See what to do with that. Appreciate you stopping by, Gregor. 1 a.m. Yeah, it's pretty late, man.
Outstanding. Outstanding.
It's running slow. Let's see. What other revision is there? I need to find a different ROM. I've got 2 more to try for Mortal Kombat. You said Ultimate Mortal Kombat works good for you. Let's see. I'm not even 100%. Should be on here. Are you playing it on 2003 or 2010? Sometimes it's really going to depend on your ROM version as well. There's some clipping on that audio.
Excellent.
There's some clipping up on there. I didn't even pay attention to what the revision was. Appreciate you liking the video. What up, Ed? So Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and Ultimate seems fine, but Mortal Kombat 3... Get over here, reptile. Oh, you want to... Come here. Come here. Come here. Ah. Oh. 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 Well, that's running fine. We had it on 2003 though. Let me double check. Yes, we're on 2003. So Mortal Kombat 3, because I've tried several revisions already. I have one more to try, but Mortal Kombat 3 may just be an issue. But I'm going to transfer over a new version and see. I could deal with, you know, I'd rather have Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 anyway, but that's just me. The audio's already good. What up, Robert? A little static. I had it on fast forward, that was why. Using a keyboard and keyboard your default. your default on your keyboard is going to be the space bar is fast forward toggle. And I still left my enable hotkey to spacebar, so that screws things up. So I always have to double tap when I'm testing. Total fail. Okay, so were we on 2003? Let me make sure. Yeah, we're on 2003, so that is fine. But Mortal Kombat 3, Game Boy, Pokemon, we'll check that out. We'll check that out in a moment. Let's try another revision of Mortal Kombat 3. I only have one other revision that I can try. And then I might give up on Mortal Kombat 3. Because having Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, I mean, to me, that's fine. But I don't want to have, like, bunk ROMs on here. That one's a little bit of a bigger file. It doesn't always mean anything, but let's see. Let's try Mortal Kombat 3 one more time. Let's put her to 2003. So that's what we want it to play on. It'll play on 2010. Doesn't want to play on that either. The XU4 is proving challenging already, huh? That's unfortunate. Hopefully it's worth it in the end, though. This says revision 2.1. What the hell's the deal? This is not revision 2.1. Static. Outstanding. It's still running slow. It's running slow. That game will not play, man. Out of all the different ROMs I have tried, 2000, I doubt it'll even run, but we'll see. But out of all the ROM revisions I've tried, it just does not want to play. I know it's not going to play on FB Alpha. I don't even know why I'm doing that. Well, I'm done with messing with Mortal Kombat 3 for now. I'll mess with it more later. Realm Chat, what up? We'll go back to arcade, but let's check out... What Pokemon game were you talking about? For the Game Boy Advance. Wasn't there a few? Let's see what we got on here as far as Pokemon goes. Mystery Dungeon, I'm sure you're not talking about those. I just have... On here, I only have Fire Red and Leaf Green, so I don't know what the dealio is, but we'll check out whatever one I just clicked on. I know there's other Game Boy Advanced ones, but maybe I didn't have working versions, so these were the only ones I had on here. Because, yeah, I remember a while back I tested Pokemon. Now I remember why I have a limited set on here. Because I tested Pokemon games, and they were a challenge, so I just cut it down to these ones because they worked. But, yeah, that's going to be all I have as far as that goes. Here's our Castlevania stuffs. Show you the Castlevania bezel if you want to take a look at that. I think it's pretty neat. But maybe that's just me, but I think it's awesome. Batteries are dead. Dang it. Let's see here. Is this video through YouTube? What do you mean? Yeah, we're on YouTube, man. We are streaming on YouTube. Oh, and then the other thing I noticed, maybe it's been on there because I haven't really messed with this in a while. Let me see. Let me see if I can get back on there. Been playing your RetroPie all day. That's awesome. I've been messing with this particular image. This pie has been on, and I shit you not, this pie right here, I don't know if you can see it. This thing has been on for a solid about 17 hours now. It's been on for 17 straight hours. No performance issues so far. Just Mortal Kombat 3 doesn't want to work. But this I thought was, I haven't seen this before. Well, I mean, I've been in here, but now it shows the user who contributed the themes. Yeah, this has the ultimate little cooling thing. Any way to fix the Mortal Kombat 2 volume? Yeah, I mean, we were talking about that earlier, but I'll show you again in a moment. But I think there might be some new stuff on here I have not seen. So I might have to go through here because this is pretty much sorted by user, with the user's name being displayed next to the theme name. I don't remember ever seeing it like this before. So I thought that was pretty cool. Most of these I recognize, so I don't know if there's anything new for sure, even though they did say in the update that, hey, there's a lot of new themes, but I think maybe they're just talking about in general that have been added. Appreciate it, Marv. Yeah, like I said, most of the updates have been, we've had the updates. It's just now they're part of the main package. But I haven't checked the themes for a while. But yeah, it looks like it was a couple updates ago. But it's cool that it's listed that way. So now there's no confusion as far as whose theme is whose, even though there's still some story behind at least one theme that's on there. That's a little scandalous, but that's all right. We ain't too worried about that at the moment. But let's see here. Oh, we were going to look at Mortal Kombat 2 again. Let me get back over here. Mortal Kombat 2. I'm pretty sure we were set. Was it Ruby and Sapphire? Whatever ones, because I painstakingly went through that stuff a while back. It's been a few months. So I know whatever I had on there is the only ones I could get working. So Mortal Kombat 2 volume is fine on my end. I don't know about on your end. But supposedly the LR MAME 2003 fixes audio issues. I don't know 100%, but if you press F2 on your keyboard, then you can get into the diagnostic test menu, volume adjust, and I've already have it all the way to max, and then you hit enter or A, you hit the A button, exit test. If it still says like, hey, you need to flip the switch, press F2 again. Robert, let me see. You can't decide between Super Display and Showcase. Those are both top notch. There you are. If you didn't get a swine apple, I'm not sure, but it does show up there that you donated. Unless it's delayed. Sometimes the little swine apple is delayed for some reason. But yeah, I like both of those, Super Display and Showcase. I really like Showcase a lot. But I do appreciate that, Robert. It is showing in the crawl that you donated, so I really do appreciate that, man. You like horizontal system list scrolls? I like vertical myself, but there's plenty of horizontal system scrolling themes that I really like. But my personal preference, I do prefer the vertical. That's what I thought you meant, but because I was like, wait a minute, that's maybe why, I don't know if you noticed my look, I was like, wait, what? Like, you just listed two vertical scrolling themes, but yeah, we gotcha.
Shang Tsung.
Combine them, Virgil, combine them. But yeah, whoever asked about the volume with this, it's just you hold F2 on a keyboard, go to volume adjust, hit A, you can change it up and down, bam, it's set within the game, exit out of that crap. If it still says something you need to flip the switch, just press F2 again and you're out. It's all good, Realm. Little confusion's all right sometimes. It happens. Let me see. So these are all working fine other than Mortal Kombat 3. Diagonal scrolling. Now that would be something. I don't know if that would work all that great, but diagonal scrolling, I don't know. But yeah, even if this 2003 update's not really doing any of that, at least the way I'm reading it, I don't know. I don't know why it's I mean, at least there's an option to fix it. Let me do the saved successfully. That's good. Appreciate it, Dead Mind. I'll catch you later, man. Oh, am I missing the samples? Ah, I'm missing the samples. I gotta add the... I have to add the samples. I forgot about the samples, yo. That's all right. Dang it, it's on my other hard drive, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna have to add the samples later. It's on my hard drive. Oh wait, I have my no, never mind. My hard drive's on another computer at the moment, but I need to add the samples back. We weren't getting the proper sound for Donkey Kong. It's a good thing I tested that. You have to go do work now, Virgil. Sorry about that, man. Do you think Retrorama is overrated? No. No, it's not. I think it's pretty awesome. Let me see if I can just download the samples real quick. Oh, you know what? I got to transfer over the rest of the BIOS because the samples are with the BIOS. I have that on another PC, or not on a PC. It's on an external. It's on an external hard drive that I have plugged to my laptop upstairs. So I'm going to have to transfer that over because I have all the samples are with the BIOS. Cranky Crank, pretty soon. Sponsors are going to be getting a tester to try out. Hopefully tomorrow. And then after that, pretty soon, the Facebook group is going to have access, and then everywhere else on Earth and whatnot. But sponsors are going to test it out. The Facebook group is going to get first grab. And then right after that, it'll be like Arcade Punks and wherever else. Yeah, so okay. You're about to buy something random from Wish. I've never used Wish. The size, this is 32 gigabytes. It's going to be under. It's going to be like 30 gigabytes shrunk so it fits. If we go out here, we take a look. So we have 3.7 gigs available, but I need to transfer over some more stuff. So that'll probably shrink down to about an availability of about 2 gigs, I want to say. Probably be about 2 gigs that are going to be available. So it'll be shrunk down to whatever, the used space will be. That way it fits on everything. That's what you normally want to do. Shrink an image to make sure it fits. Any Nintendo 64 games? Yes. Yeah, I mean, it sucks that all those games don't work, but it is what it is. It's because I get a list of sponsors, so the sponsors get access to some special stuff. There should be a button on the screen. If you click on that, it'll say sponsor. I'm not sure where it is because I'm looking at my live screen. I'm not looking at the actual stream. There should be a button that says sponsor. If you become a sponsor, then that benefits my channel. That helps me out greatly, but it gives you some little benefits as well. Like you'll have in chat, your name will look different. You'll have a little badge, and you can have like little custom emojis and stuff like that. Let me see how this looks. I haven't looked at this since I changed the artwork. Atari 2600 missing some box art. That's doing with the Universal XML scraper, but it seems like success with the box art's not 100%. Bolo, Arizona, what's up, man? What be the problem? Boom. There you go, Alfred. Woot. God, this game is I do not know the controls of this game, or why it doesn't play as easily as the Nintendo version does. Oh my God! Screw that game, man. How much is needed to be a daily sponsor? Sponsorship is a new thing that went into beta testing, and now gaming channels have can enable it on their channel after they meet certain requirements. You either have to be viewing through gaming YouTube, or I don't know if on your phone if it shows up on there. Let me see. I doubt it, but like on PC, you can do it. You can press the sponsor button. It's $4.99 a month. Let's see if it shows up on mobile. I'm checking. No, it doesn't show. It's not showing up on my phone anyway. So I don't know, but you have a green sponsor button above this chat box. That's typically where it should be, but on mobile, I don't know if on a phone if it shows up. I have no idea, because I just checked on my phone. It doesn't look like it. But on mobile, yeah, it says watch on YouTube Gaming, and then there's a green sponsor button up top, and that's on PC. So I don't know. I mean, it's an interesting thing. Helps me, helps the channel, and then gets you guys privy to certain things, which is cool. I really do appreciate it. There's no pressure. Nobody has to, but if you want to, boom. Using Firefox on PC. If you go to gaming.youtube/MattLittlePixel, it'll be on there. Let's see. Is there any Gundam games? I don't know. I know they exist, but I don't know if I have any on here. These gotta go. I don't think anybody wants to play Gal's Panic. Whenever I've had these on images before, people were like, man, get that crap off of here. No Gundam. I know there was one that worked on here, but I'll have to peep it out. I'm not 100% what it was called, but I remember playing one on a image before. I don't have Gauntlet twice. Gauntlet 2-player. And this is going to be just the 4-player Gauntlet. Sponsor works on your phone. Yeah, on my phone I don't see it unless you're on the app, on the gaming app anyway. I don't know. I have to deal with this Gauntlet later, because one of these is 4-player and the other is 2-player. Mobile Suit Gundam, let's check M. I remember playing one. I don't remember if it was on this image or not. But let me see. Yes, we have a couple. I have not tested these yet, though. Mobile Suit Gundam Final something or other. Let's test her out and see if she boots up. So this is MAME. If you get the, I highly recommend the RetroPie Toolkit from, what is it, Easy Hacks. Oh, shoot. This, like, wow, using a keyboard, this is kind of slow to attack. But there's one of them. What up, Phil's Doodles? Let's check out this one. Let's see if this one loads up. I'll be right back. I need to grab a bat. Now I am back in the game. My freaking vape died on me. Wait, what emulator is this? This is the original FB Alpha. Let's put that. Boom. 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 I just want to get this done so I can like actually enjoy this image. Save core. Oh, I didn't hit apply. Oh my God. If you don't hit apply on shaders, it doesn't do anything. Yeah, the RetroPie Toolkit, highly recommended downloading that. The controller stuff, all that, it's, I mean, not just that, there's so much that you can use in that toolkit that just makes life easier when you're messing with an image. Is this a fighter? Wow, they went cheap a little bit. Color swaps. And if I'm sure the people in the Facebook group, I don't know about anybody who's watching right now, but Phil's Doodles, who is in here, his PayPal, I'm not, pressuring anybody, but if you want to send any love to Phil's Doodles, his PayPal account is in the description of this video. It's been in the description of like every stream I've done lately anyway. You can show him some love if you appreciate the work he's done. This is a collaboration, pretty much, this image. All the artwork is from Phil. So boom, if you want to help that dude out, go for it. Like I said, no pressure. Just wanted to point that out. His PayPal is listed in the description. I just feel it's fair to try to try to, you know, spread the love anyway. But just wanted to point that out. If you want to show support to Phil, I have been including his information in my descriptions lately anyway. Well, this game works. Wait, so we tried the shooting one and this one. And what is this one? Mobile Suit Gundam EX something or other. Let's try her out. What up, James Durden? I really need to redo my keyboard on here because having my enable hotkey as spacebar and then having the default as fast forward toggle as spacebar kind of screws some stuff up, man. Let me just see. This looked like it had the same characters as the other game. I can't wait to play this with my arcade stick, though. But watch, I'm going to demonstrate the toolkit right now. Dude, this is pretty cool. Oh, full? Alright, we're going to exit out of that. Now check it out. I'm opening up the RetroPie toolkit. And I am going to, hopefully this works, reset controller configs because I want to fix my keyboard. You can always message Phil and ask him, you know, if he's available to do some commission work. But there, I just did use the RetroPie toolkit to reset emulation station controls because I want to fix my, I'm hoping it works. It does work, but I want to fix my spacebar instead of using that as enable hotkey because that is driving me nuts with the fast forward. But Phil, if you are still here, if you want to share any of your information, that's up to you for people to contact you. Up to you completely, but if not, there's ways you can contact Phil. You know, he does have a YouTube channel. You can click on his name, send him a message, whatever. He's on Facebook, all that good stuff. Wrong window. Let's see if this updates it for me. Boom. Let's go back to that. Oops. Mobile Suit Gundam. Let's try that bad boy out once again. Steve, I feel you, man. Let me double check my what my hotkeys are set as. Fast forward toggle. See, spacebar. Quit RetroArch, enter, and then enable hotkey should be tab for what I'm doing. So that's all good. I'm good now. God. B is mid-tack C. So this is like a Neo Geo type game, or the layout. Do we have like the same like color swaps again? I mean, I never really watched the anime, but I don't know if the anime it was just color swaps, but that other game that I just played, some of those characters were just straight color swaps. There we go. This is pretty cool. I can't wait to try this out on try that out with my actual arcade sticks. James, you got everything separated by developers, so you're not only rebuilding FBA but getting everything into the right folders. I began doing that a while back, but I know a lot of people have been doing that lately. Might be something I do. With this, I'm probably just going to leave everything as is. Actually, let me put this to my favorites. I wonder if I can play this bullfight with the keyboard. This game is very interesting. Oh, he knocked me over. Yeah, this, I can't play this with the... Oh! Gored me. This is a cool game if you have not played this. I'm not going to play it right now. I've played it a lot lately. Can't play it with a keyboard though, but Bullfight, interesting game. Very interesting game. I'm trying to think what I've accomplished so far. Not a lot, really, other than just, you know, seeing that I can't get Mortal Kombat 3 to work properly. I mean, I can get it to boot up, but it just does not work. It just does not work. Let's see if Red Earth is playing. Fatality. That bullfight game, like I said, man, if you have not played it, really good game. Simple, but fun. Appreciate it, Cranky Crank. Catch you next time, man. Oh no, what happened to everyone?
No mercy. Attack.
Oh. This is a really cool game, but like I said, I'm not really... I want to play this to enjoy it, but I don't have my... I don't have any controllers set up because I don't want to risk screwing up the RetroArch configs. I just want to get everything tested and working, and then make a backup, and then I'll set up my image to what I'm using. Over here, you dang harpy. She got me. That's a cool game, though. That is a cool game. JoJo's Venture. Let's test that bad boy out. Everything so far so good that I've tested. I've tested about half of this stuff so far between last night and today.
Open the game. Challenge
And I'm hoping to have everything tested by tomorrow morning. The heck is that, a little dog?
Make up mind. Fight.
Wait, what was that? To me, it's easier doing a developer at the time with maybe 100 or so than a whole FBA with thousands. Yeah, that's true. I feel you on that, man. Dude, this little chihuahua is like, man. God, no, you don't chop up a chihuahua like that. Well, that works. This, I mean, I'm not testing thousands of games. I'm actually only testing 1,036 games, but I've already tested a good 400 or 500 of them. That shouldn't take me much longer. I do need to get the BIOS on here with the MAME 2003 samples, because I do not have them on here at the moment. I think I just added Miss Pac-Man, so I don't know if this plays correctly. It should. FB Alpha. Let's put the vertical FB Alpha. Phil's Doodles FB Alpha. Different colors and back there. It makes me watch advertisements while trying to watch you. See, I can play this with a keyboard, no problem. I don't normally start at the top of the board. Dang. Bingo Fox, what up? Happy Star Trek Day. Faux show. Watch Billy Mitchell playing Pac-Man. Yeah. I've met Billy Mitchell several times already. He's a cool dude. He's not like how he plays it on the movie, and even in interviews, he's like, you know, it's entertainment, man. It's set up to, you know, you got to have a villain, you got to have the good guy, so you know, it's real, but at the same time, it's the way they wing it, making him look like a douche. I'm not saying he's not a douche, but from when I've met him, he does not, I mean, he doesn't act that way. I've met him, I've talked to him personally, and I've attended, like, panels with him, and little video movie previews and stuff like that. But he was a real cool dude. But even more cool is Walter Day. And I know I have like a video where I have a picture of me and him and my kids. But Walter Day is really awesome too. Alright, this was a mistake. I can't play this with a keyboard. What the heck am I doing? Ah! Dang it! I'm building a MAME 2003 set now. I found a DAT file that only has working ROMs. None of the crap like Mahjong and slot machines. Yeah, that's a good, if, you know, I'm still looking for a good set like that. I mean, I have tons of stuff, but I need to re-update a lot of things. But I remember a while back, I got a download that was like, you know, it didn't have, it was working only, no Mahjong, casino, stuff like that. And then when I start using it, it was just full of all that stuff anyway. So it's like, come on, man, why would you put a set together and say it didn't include like hacks or doubles or casino or Mahjong or the XXX games, and they're still all on there. And Phil's Doodles, you always see him being nice to people on YouTube videos. I mean, I don't, like I said, I don't know him personally, but just from meeting him in public, and even meeting him where there's nobody around, and meeting him where it's a room full of people, you know, he acts the same. He just seems like a nice dude. So I think, you know, he's probably correct in those interviews that I've read of him doing, that it was, you know, playing a character. But he can sound douchey in some of the interviews he's been in. But in meeting him personally, I didn't get that that impression that he was actually like that. I remember, like, World Heroes and World Heroes 2, there was an arcade that had these that I used to play at, and they're not the greatest games, but for some reason I was stuck on these back in the day. But let's see what to do with that. I remember always hating this guy, Rasputin, with his big hands, and he'd like squeeze the crap out of you. And this guy, Mudman, muscle power, little wannabe Hulk Hogan. Deathmatch. God, man, he just punched her right in the face. Phone's going off. Later, Alfred. Appreciate you stopping in, man. And appreciate you being a sponsor as well. Thank you, guy. Appreciate it, man.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Ding, 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 amounts. Actually wanted to check... I know all these work. They should all be fine, but let's double check a couple. A game about the NFL. No, it was just that one character. It was kind of a goofy fighting game, you know, different characters from around the world, some stereotype things, and I don't know. It was still a cool game back in the day. Kind of got overshadowed by a lot of fighters because, you know, it wasn't exactly unique. But I thought it was kind of fun back in the day. God, this has a huge roster. No, I got you, Realm.
俺一人で十分だ。
Ready, go!
Dang. Oh. Yeah, you cannot play fighting games on a keyboard. Xenophobe, it's an okay game. I couldn't get into it, but a lot of people do like it, actually. But I could see the connection. You know, if you like Aliens, you probably would like that game. The Irritating Maze. Forget that game. I still got a lot of work ahead of me, and I'm actually going to focus on this tonight. Right now, I'm just kind of messing around, see if there's anything I really need to focus on. And this is taking a butt-ass long time to load. What game did I load up? Oh, SVC Chaos. It wasn't bad. It seemed like it took forever to load up.
Come on!
You have your arcade games separated into, yeah, send me a... I would definitely appreciate checking that out. If you have it available, you can send me a message on Facebook. I will peep it out, man. There's been a lot of stuff people have given me as far as downloads that I need to do videos on, like the portable the portable Pi Shrink virtual box setup, which I have, you know, the video done. I just need to edit it, but man, a lot of cool stuff I got to get done. Well, this runs. I can't play it on a keyboard though. But yeah, send me a message, Virgil. I'll check that out. I actually really would appreciate it. Super Dodgeball. Love Super Dodgeball. Samurai Showdown 5 Special is one that we need to peep out. Only 3 pineapples. Yeah, we gotta fix that. That should be 5 pineapples. Why did I pick this guy? Well, I can't even play it anyway. I just wanted to make sure it worked. Love this game though, but I don't use that guy. Super Dodgeball. Let's fix that, man. It has 3 and like a third swine apples, pineapples. We could fix that though. Boom. Fixed. 5 pineapples. What? Boom. That's more like it. Street Hoop, I think I've played that before. That almost has 5 swine apples. These are kind of cool. A little horse racing action. Spin Master. What was that game, Phil, that you... I haven't done anything with it. What was that game you told me that somebody likes? Let me just look. I haven't added anything to it. I just want to see. I just want to see what it is. I have not added the anything to it, but I do want to see what game was that you'd mentioned to me earlier today. I scrolled way too far up. Blazing Star. That's the one. Blazing Star. Yeah, let me check that game out. Oops. What up, Mauricio? Realm Chat, you had a Sega CD back in the day, checking out games I never played, stumbled on Ultraverse Prime. The theme song is pure gold. I have to check that out. I don't know if I've played this. This is 2 buttons. Decision. Well, that's cool, Virgil. I'll still take a look, man. I'm sure it'll be helpful, and I appreciate it. I was trying to see what other button did anything, but... Get it, Mo. This is a pretty cool game. Can't play it with the keyboard. You'd prefer plain bezel with no light effects, no shaders? Well, I mean, with what I'm doing, everything you can easily remove. You're still thinking the, let me see what this looked like. Yeah, this, I mean, I am using shaders and whatnot. And all the, I have all the Retrorama bezels on here, but, you know, it's up to personal taste. Very easy to change things. But for me, I'm digging them. Between the Retrorama stuff and the special swine apple bezels, which I have set on some stuff. But I mean, it's all personal preference, but I feel you. The shaders for the CRT is okay. I mean, some people really hate shaders. I used to. Power up, mofo. Get it more. Well, I screwed up. You have an original arcade machine? That's pretty cool. There's been a couple that I've passed up on buying because I don't have the room for them. But, you know, pretty much most of the arcade games that I'd want, I have, you know, on RetroPie. There's a couple that I don't. I do have on my Hyperspin build, but one of them that I would love to have the arcade machine for, and it came out 20 years ago. Wow. It's kind of old. What was I going to say? Top Skater. The game Top Skater I really dig. that you have to have the original arcade. You can't emulate that game. I mean, you could, but it's not fun. What was this that you linked? Oh, the MAME standard bezels. Those are pretty dang cool, man. Those are some pretty cool bezels. A Vuelix cabinet, that would be awesome. Bezels used to fill the widescreen. What up, G Dilla? Cyberlip. What? All the Neo Geo stuff should be good. Nothing much, G Dilla. Just trying to knock this bad boy out, but just kind of testing some stuff. We were just talking about the RetroPie 4.3 update earlier. We were just talking about some of this in the beginning of the video. We were talking about what some of the new additions are, but they're really stuff that we've had access to for a little while for the most part. But 4.3, that's what this is built on. So I took this, which was built on an way earlier version of RetroPie, but you know, if you're trying to do something new, it's usually best to just start over and get a fresh install of RetroPie. And since 4.3 was just released, it was like, hey, why not just transfer all the assets and whatnot over, and not really start over, but just get everything going. Any bezels out there for the 3-screen games like Darius? Yeah, those Darius games, you cannot use the standard looks for them. Let's see. I still need to do the artwork scrapes for the Neo Geo Pocket and whatnot, but there's not much. And I don't know. I know the previous version of this, I removed PC Engine and Mega Drive because those are still both listed on here. So Mega Drive, and then you do have Genesis, and PC Engine and TurboGrafx. Very easy to remove those, but I don't know. I don't know. Wait, Slappy, what did you say? I think I missed what you were saying. I forgot to also say in your post about whether you would be doing the image to be used with the 0. I could squeeze in specific testing. Appreciate the subscription, Troy Thompson. This right here, I'm actually, I know I asked everybody, but what I'm going to do is, because it was pretty simple to just burn the 4.3 image for the Raspberry Pi 3, and then just copy everything over. So I'll probably just do the same for Pi 0 build, and then just put it out there for people to test. But yes, message me, or I'll remember, and I'll hit you up. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or RoboCop for the arcade. No, I don't mean removing those systems, but TurboGrafx and PC Engine are the same. And right now I don't have it listed as TurboGrafx. I have it listed as PC Engine. But like Mega Drive and Genesis will both show up, or I have to have right now. Wait, no, Genesis is not showing up. It's just Mega Drive, but to have them list as Sega Genesis and TurboGrafx 16 is very easy to do. Some CHD games take like 5 minutes to load. Yeah. So like Mega Drive, it's Sega Genesis, but you know, there's going to be some European games on here as well. Some people, you know, those who are in Europe and other parts of the world, you know, they grew up with the Mega Drive. Those of us in the US, we had the Sega Genesis. I don't know why they just didn't keep the name the same everywhere, but hey, it is what it is. But some people prefer it to say one or the other. I might make it where it has both because it doesn't double the ROMs. It's just, you know, listing it that way. Let me think. What's another arcade game? Before we end this, let me try something else. This Mutant Fighter game sucks. What's a arcade game? Don't you have to run this? Yeah, I think, let me see, what's in the toolkit? Yeah, I mean, there's several ways to do it, but in the toolkit, let me see, what's all in the toolkit? Flip-flop, Mega Drive, PC Engine. Yeah, we can do that now then. I mean, it's in there. Let's go ahead. Let's flip-flop that shit. Let's flip it. Let's flip it. I normally just edit the config files, but yeah, the toolkit's a lot easier to do. Yeah, the ES systems. That's normally the way I go about it. But I didn't copy all the... I didn't copy any of the config files from the previous version of this over. I only copied the ROMs and the art assets and transferred them over. But that is normally how I do it. But yeah, the RetroPie Toolkit can do it as well with a click of a button, like I just did. So let's see if that worked. Let's see. So what do we got here? Genesis. What? Let's see if PC Engine is gone. It is. It's TurboGrafx, but now they're out of order, so I'd have to change the order in ES Systems. Like what Phil's Doodle's saying. Normally that's the way I do it, and they'll be listed the way I want it. But you can do it this way, and it works. But it's just going to be like in place of where TurboGrafx is now where PC Engine was. So as far as the alphabet, you know, being in alphabetical order, it's really not because it thinks it's PC Engine. But you can re-sort that through that config file that Phil's Doodles just mentioned, which is something I'll probably do. And that does work. A physical TurboGrafx system is really cool, but you like the video just sucks on it unless you get the what you call it, the little expansion for it. But yeah, what Phil's Doodles is saying is normally what I do, but we just use the RetroPie Toolkit to do it, and now I need to go back into those into the ES Systems config and reorder it, which I may just do right now. Screw it. I mean, why not do it live? Hopefully she connects. Oops. Let me get back over here. I don't know why I'm not finding the config file. You would have been lost. Have US games under Genesis and foreign. Yeah, that's normally the way to go about it. Me, I just kind of... I don't typically have too many foreign games. I might have a handful, but I typically don't separate them. Sometimes I do, like in attract mode builds, I do. But on here, I have not. There we go. Where am I putting this? Oh, let me drag it somewhere that I can find it. Boom. Now let me open this. Let's see. So what do I want to swap? I want to fix the order. So I want to put Genesis. I mean, you can put them in alphabetical order, but then you can also you can just also sort them by you can sort them by, you know, like Nintendo, Sega, that kind of thing. But I think I'll just put them in some kind of alphabetical order for now. Boom. So that's set. Now we need to change PC Engine. TurboGrafx. We want that after. Bam. Let's go ahead and save that. RetroPie menu first. Yeah, I might build. It's kind of, or just playing with the new version. It's both. I'm building and testing and messing around. Yeah, I'll probably do what you're saying. Put RetroPie menu first. And then arcade. That makes sense. I'll go through. I just swapped the two for now, but let me see. Dang it. I don't know if that did it. I might have screwed up. But now that I'm looking at this, I don't have my Super Famicom on here, do I? Okay, well, I changed the order, but I'll probably go back through. Like you said, put RetroPie in the beginning and then the arcade stuff. Why don't I have Super Famicom on here? I need to fix that because the ROMs are on there. Did you ever sort them by Nintendo? That's probably the best way to go about it. Did you ever figure out the not saving problem? No, not exactly. Not exactly, but this was transferred over to the RetroPie 4.3 base. But now I need to put Super Famicom on here, and I'm sure, let me double check the theme name. Should just be Super Famicom, right? Or SFC. Come on, get me to the themes. Swine Apple theme, SFC. Okay, let me fix that real quick. Or should be no issue. Okay. Let's see if that fixed it. Mr. Cannon Fodder, what up? Virgil, you could James, I mean, I feel you on that. I probably should do the same, but I definitely can see why, and you know, and it makes it cleaner to sort everything properly, to have, you know, different regions set properly, to have, you know, make and, you know, whatever company, you know, it all makes sense, and it does make for a cleaner image as far as going through it. Let's see if Super Famicom showed up now. There we go. But I do not have my artwork transferred over, so we have to fix that. Do I have... Where's my game list? Yeah, I need to... Let me find my game list. What was that Swine Apple? What was that? I missed whatever that was. But whoever that was, oh, subscriber, Richard, appreciate it. The Swine Apple theme is looking porkalicious. It sure is. Appreciate Phil's Doodles hooking it up with the Swine Apple action. Faux show. But let me get this game list set. I did not transfer over my game list was what the problem was. I don't know how I missed that. Oh, maybe this is not... This might not even be correct either. I might have to redo this. Let me check something here. Oh, you know what? Maybe I did not do the Universal XML scraper for Super Famicom. I may have missed that, and I may have to do that now. Let me double check. Let me double check if I did do the artwork for it. I should have used the silent UXS, but whatever. Nobody cares. Let's go to where my artwork is at. Downloaded images, SFC. Yeah, I do have it. Maybe I didn't transfer it over. Maybe I didn't transfer it over. That might be the problem. Yeah, that might be the problem, guys. Let's see. Downloaded. I'm going to fix that right now, I hope. Transfer that over. Then let me double check my game list. I might be doing something wrong. What did I miss? Just a lot of testing and talking about RetroPie 4.3. We've been doing this for almost 2 hours now. Okay. I'm hoping I didn't screw up the game list. If not, I will have to figure it out later. Oy. But it should work. Hopefully it works now. But I do appreciate everybody who has stopped by, who has smashed that like button. Really do appreciate it. Everybody who has became a sponsor, really do appreciate that as well. Sponsors do get your little badge, some little special emojis, some first access to some projects, and some exclusive content as well. And it does help the channel out greatly. So I do appreciate you guys. But let's see if this fixed that issue. If it did not, I'll have to figure it out later. Let's see here. No, that did not fix it. What am I doing wrong? Well, I'm not quite leaving yet. Scrap it? You mean scrape it? No, it's not recognizing my... I wonder. Hold on a sec. What did I do here? SFC. Run command is correct. Platform. Desktop. Save that. I'm going to try one other thing real quick because everything's there. ES systems. I might have just totally screwed up Super Famicom, but that's all right. Scrap it. Oh, the jelly bean, the jelly bean theme. That'd be cool. I'd definitely check it out. Let me see if I screwed this up. Boom. What? No artwork for that game. Well, I didn't screw it up. I should have more confidence in what I'm doing. But some of these just don't, you know, they don't scrape the artwork through the universal XML. I didn't kill it though. I thought I was gonna kill it, but I didn't, so that's fine. Yeah, I wish some of these would scrape through XML, but if not, that's okay. Most of the time you'll find them on the ES scraper. I mean, it mixes up the artwork style unless I just go in and do it myself. Ball bullet gun. I mean, I would prefer to have all the same style, but a couple games here and there. Bastard! That didn't work. This one's not. Seems like quite a few. Goo Genjin. Is that even on here? Goo Genjin. What? Ball bullet gun. Sounds redundant. Yeah. What is this? What is this nonsense? So this is the game that it showed. Let's see. Bonk. Yep. I don't know this game. I mean, I know Bonk. But I thought this was a translated game. That's not translated. James Durden, really do appreciate that, bro. Oh. How is this translated, though? None of the title screen stuff or the level. Uh-oh. Super Saiyan Bonk. Oh. Mr. Cannon Fire. There goes the alert. Appreciate it, man. Really do it. Gotta change that animation though. Gotta get that animation changed. Well, this is interesting, but I didn't want to play it. I just wanted to see what the game actually was. So it says it's translated in English, but I don't know. Let's scrape it again. You prefer the Japanese Castlevania 3 on the NES, has extra music channels. It's a little easier. There's a fan translation of that. Yeah. So, but what? That's PC Engine, so it's going to be this one, right? Chu Genjin 2, Super Genjin 2. So it should be this one, I think. think that was the game. I hope it was. But now we're all the way down here. Let's get back to the top. Disney's Magical Quest. I have the translated cart of that, but I don't know. I don't really care for that game. Ooh, this is not correct either. One of these is not correct. Dragon Quest 3. Dragon Quest 1 and 2. So that did not scrape properly through Universal XML. See ya, Phil. This is what it's supposed to be. So we'll save it that way. May have to separate the ROMs that didn't scrape properly and see if I can replicate them. Famicom Tantai Club Part 2. Okay. Tantai Club Part 2. But there's... Oh, that's Famicom Disk System. We want Super Famicom. There we go. That's the one. That's the one. I think. I hope. Famicom Tantai Club Part 2. Should be. I think there's only like 120 something translated games on here. Someone say hentai? I think I said tentai. I think. Tentacle porn. What was that? What was that? Oh, this is... Ray Earth. There we go. Oh, man. This is an awesome game. King of Demons. I have a repro card of it, but I'm probably going to replace it because it is a cheap Chinese repro. And just talking with... I'm going to do another video on this, but I've done some of my research and I've done some testing. But some of these Chinese repros with the 3.3 volts, and the system is 5 volts, makes it run really hot. I've played like an original SNES game, let it run for like an hour. You know, a little warmth, nothing, but the Chinese repros get freaking hot because they don't do them properly. But I'm gonna have to figure that out. Eric, let me see here. Let me pull up the screen so I can actually see your name. Eric Bradshaw, really do appreciate that, man. Thank you. Thank you so much. And there it goes, popping up. Became a sponsor. Appreciate that, man. But yeah, if you have a chance of playing this, King of Demons, this game is fun. But the cheap Chinese repros, I mean, they work, but... You know, there was an article, and I know RGT85 had talked about this a while ago on his channel, about maybe, fear-mongering and all that with these repros damaging your systems. But when I tested it, I did not test it on my Super Nintendo that is modded. I tested it on a Super Nintendo I don't care about. And the repros do run hot. They get hot after an extended period of time, whereas... my real release games, they don't get hot. They might get a little warm over time, but they weren't getting hot like these Chinese repros were. Then, the US made repros that I've gotten, they'll get warm a little bit maybe, but not hot like these Chinese repros. So I'm kind of like a little worried with that. Now, Nintendo 64 repros, from what I have read, The system is 3.3 volts, so the cartridges are made that way anyway. So Chinese repros on Nintendo 64, you might be okay. But Super Nintendo, NES, Sega Genesis, not so much with the Chinese repros. And I'm not like, you know, I'm a big guy, but not big into the technical side of things and checking that on the cartridges. So I don't know if I want to risk it or just say screw it. Anybody try that new boot from USB method ETA posted about? I cannot get that shit to work. Just sits there at the 4 raspberries with a blinking cursor. I did not try it yet. Huh. I'll have to test that out. You know, just straight boot without an SD card. I have not tried that out yet, so I'm gonna have to try it out to see if I have the same issue. So that would actually be pretty cool to redo that drive that I got from somebody, that Pi drive, and do that without an SD card. That would be awesome. One stop shot. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. We've just been kind of messing around. I do got to go in a couple minutes here, but this is going to be put out. You know, I'm going to be finished working on what I'm doing pretty soon. I just need to, you know, I'm going back through the artwork on some of this stuff, but everything else is legit. Just need to go back through all the arcade games and make sure everything is good. Like we've spent probably half of the first part of the video in the beginning just messing with Mortal Kombat. And Mortal Kombat 3 is just like a no-go. It's not playable. But Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, on the other hand, works just dandy. So I think I'm probably done with Mortal Kombats, because Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and Ultimate Mortal Kombat play just fine, but Mortal Kombat 3 don't want to play properly. It'll boot. Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 I think I would rather have than Mortal Kombat 3, so if I just get rid of Mortal Kombat 3, I don't think it's a big loss. Downloading the 64 gig, that's cool, man. That's cool. You're supposed to just flash the image right into the USB and it should work. I'm going to have to try that later, because Toasty. Yes, you can, Aries, but I told you I was recording, man. Choose your destiny. This sounds good and it plays fine. Mortal Kombat 3, on the other hand, no. But I don't think anybody, I don't know. I mean, unless you're like a Mortal Kombat purist. You know, I don't want to play Mortal Kombat, Ultimate Mortal Kombat. I want to play Mortal Kombat 3, not Ultimate. Like I said earlier, I'm using a keyboard, so excuse my nonsense here. Kick me right in the head. Bori Retro Gamer, what's up, man? Okay, guys, well, actually, we've been streaming for 2 hours and 15 minutes now. I really do appreciate all you guys stopping by. Thank you. Smash that like button if you haven't done so already. Really would appreciate that. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. All that good stuff. I'll be back on this week. I got some new videos coming up, but I also want to continue messing with RetroPie 4.3, which is pretty much all this video was like, hey, let's just mess around with 4.3 and some of the progress on you know, these projects that I'm working on, just testing some stuff out. So not the most exciting, you know, we're not playing games really, just testing some stuff out, but I do have some more exciting stuff coming up this week, so stay tuned for that. With that said, really do, the Pi Shrink video, I do got to get that out. Like I said earlier, if you were here when I said it, but I have it mostly recorded. I just need to edit the video and upload it. So hopefully the next day or so I'll upload that one, because hey, that's a no-brainer. It's a good tool, pretty cool stuff. So that will be one that comes up this week, hopefully the next day or two. Stay tuned for that. But with that said, appreciate it. Smash that like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Consider becoming a sponsor. No pressure if you want to. Really do appreciate it. If not, at least smash that like button. You know what I'm saying? Catch you guys next time. Boom. Peace out.